Welcome to Melee User Experience. Want you to know, I got it. The Fold 7, Samsung Galaxy Fold 7, got that in this past Friday, or actually Thursday. But haven't, been trying to play with it just a little bit just to see how the phone is, how I like it. Um, just to go over something real quick, I do want to get a review in for you all. Kind of like a comparison, contrast to the Fold 6 between the Fold 7. But I just have to say, as far as the thinness of the phone, it's one thing when you see it on a screen and they're showing it to you and saying how sleek and how condensed and how thin it is and everything, what they've done for it. I mean, until you actually feel it in your own hand and actually see it in person, it's just ridiculous. Like, I don't think I have it on me right now, but I have my Fold 6, and it's like my Fold 6, it would be like double this size as far as like the thickness of the phone. And the one thing was is I was contemplating, and before I got the phone, you know, am I gonna keep it? I'll try it out, see how it is, and it doesn't have the S Pen and all that stuff and everything. And you know what? Honestly, it's no big deal. Everything's got to go through its evolutions, and I mean I know down the road the S Pen's going to come back in some way, shape, or form. They're going to find a way to be able to put the S Pen into the Fold. It may not be as thin as this, but we already know everything goes through a cycle. So I just want to say that I am impressed with this phone so far. The color of it, I don't know if you get to see it all that great. I'm not in the usual room that I usually would, shoot my videos in or anything. I'm actually in my kids' playroom. A lot of things going on in the other room. So just want to make sure I'm able to, at least touch base with y'all, give y'all an update. The phone did just come out, so I didn't want to leave y'all hanging and, be like, okay, well, where's the video? So, but yeah, I mean, just the opening up of the phone and everything. I mean, I know you can't see like the big difference or whatever. Like I said, I'll do the comparison video between the Fold 6 and the Fold 7, so that way you can see the difference in size when the phone is in candy bar mode, and then also when the phone is opened up to its, tablet mode, I call it. But overall, so far, I'm impressed. I haven't gotten to a lot of things as far as like the camera, how the pictures are, the quality and everything like that. I haven't gotten to that just yet. But just the usage of the phone, I know that everybody already know that when you first get your phone, you got to charge it up, and then once you charge it up, I feel like within like the first couple of days, the battery life is at its worst. It's basically learning the patterns and learning your usage before it builds up. So it's been, I say, like a few days I've had the phone, and I've actually, tested it out a little bit. Um, so far, I'm starting to see the same battery life that I've been getting from my Fold 6, where I've been getting, like a day's worth. I utilize my phone a lot. I'm pretty much working like 16 hours. So my phone's going through a lot more than probably what most people do within a workday. If you're listening to, your music, or you got videos playing in the background, you listen to some content on YouTube or whatever, it's just, I'm going through a lot of that, and more so a lot of studying. But I mean, I'm almost like speechless with this phone. I'm just amazed at the form factor and how they got it to be this thin. I mean, and that's one thing, like I was thinking about, okay, pros and cons. I'm like, the first thing I'm looking at, I'm like, man, the size of the phone, this is just amazing. And that's just one thing off rip that I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna keep this phone. I'm gonna give the Fold 6, I'm gonna trade the Fold 6 in, and then just be done with that one and just stick with this model. And I mean, yeah, this is pretty good so far. So one thing is, I say like this, so far, just off my first impressions and everything with the phone, I highly recommend anybody that does have the Fold 6 or any other generation before the 7 to try it out. Not saying you got to go buy it or nothing like that, but I would say go to your local Best Buy or your provider, service provider. Hopefully they have like one on display where you can check it out. Open the phone up, see if you can hold it. Check out the cases, different things like that. See if there's any accessories that you might like with it, and make a decision based off of that. And then, I mean, of course, you already get like a remorse period with the phone if you end up purchasing it as well. I know that they're done with the pre-order, promos and everything that they were doing. But one thing, I'm not sure, they might be still doing some promos right now. I'll check out the site before I do the review video to, let you know. But I know one thing for sure, around Black Friday, in November, and then also right around Christmas time, they do a lot of big sales. I want to say at the time when I was looking at my Fold 6, around like November, Black Friday, about December, the phone was down to about $800 worth of trade-in. So I would definitely look at, learning how, to take more advantage of the discounts and when you have things more heavily discounted. But and of course I'll come back and let you all know that too. So you ain't gotta do that investigation with that. But one thing I do say also is I did get the Galaxy Buds Pro 3. I got them with this. I actually got a good deal on it. I think the Buds Pro is like $249, and I got them for $117 with the phone. So definitely, I'm happy so far with the phone. Of course, I know it's only been a few days. The honeymoon period, it's usually about a week, 2 weeks, maybe a little bit longer. And then you start feeling the effects of, okay, do I really like it? Do I not like it? But we will get into the review. I'm looking to get the review out, hopefully within the next couple of days. Get that out to you all. And as far as the review goes, it's not just going to be a review on, what it is I see, first impressions and nothing like that. I'm going to give you my week review as far as how I feel and how it's been from day one all the way till, like 7 days. So, as you can see, I can't stop looking at the phone. And it's amazing. I just can't get over the form factor and how they were able to get it so thin. And then also too, like when you see the Fold 6 compared to the Fold 7, when you see them both next to each other, the Fold 6 looks like the Fold 7's little brother. I mean, to me it was that dramatic as far as like how much of a bump in size that they made the inner screen and then also the outer screen. I'd say the inner screen definitely, looks like it just dwarfs it. Like I can actually fit the Fold 6 inside this phone, like on that screen with it folded out as well. But yeah, I say if you're somebody that's, like myself, I come from having a candy bar phone where I got it and, I'm in the bed looking at it and trying to see and, watch a video or whatever right before I go to sleep and hit myself in the head or whatever because I didn't drop the phone on my head. And you're somebody that, needs to have like a bigger screen, or let's say you want to have it tent style where you can just have it sitting up on your nightstand or whatever and you can just have whatever playing. This phone is for you. If you're somebody that, you're tired of like the small screens and you're trying to make the font bigger so that way you can see things on your screen because you can't hardly see, this phone's for you. I mean, you can do tweaks and everything on any other phone that you have, but I mean, for people that have like Kindles and, different things, they like to read books on their phones and everything. I mean, this is a perfect phone for that type of stuff. I was gonna say if you're an artist, it used to be, if you're an artist, you'd have the pen, you'd be able to, doodle or do whatever on the big screen, when it's unfolded on the main screen. But now they don't have that anymore. But I'm pretty sure somewhere down the road, there's a hack or something like that somebody's able to do. I'm pretty sure that there's some type of stylus that has like the little rubber tip on it that might be able to work. Who knows? But you know what? I'm going to test that out. And as we go through this year with this phone, we're going to see exactly what all this has to offer. And then as the updates come, how do they expand on it? And especially we're going to get into the Galaxy AI and really see what these can, what that can really help with, as far as productivity in your life. So I'm excited about the phone. I'm excited. I actually got a case for it. I don't have it with me right now. I actually went through 4 different cases to try and find the one that I want. And it's not exactly what I want because, yeah, we'll get into that another time. But I'm just glad to get some protection for this phone and to also find a slim case to where I'm not adding more bulk onto it. Because honestly, I like to usually, use my phone without a case. because you actually get to feel your phone. You know, that's one of the things and one of the reasons why you got the phone is to be able to feel it, you know, not feel, you know, some hard plastic on top of it. And you're like, well, man, you know what I'm saying? This phone is nice. And they're like, okay, well, can I see your phone? Oh, hold on. Let me take this case off real quick so you can see it. But yeah, definitely. I'll be back with that review. And like I said, you get a chance to get out to the stores, get out to Best Buy, get out to any store that has this phone available for you to be able to see, touch, feel. Check it out. Yeah, this is amazing. So, like I said, I'm in the honeymoon phase, so we'll see how I am. You know, about a few more days later, and then you know we'll see how I am when I come to the review. So I'll give you my pros and cons, and you know my comparisons with the Fold 6 and the Fold 7, and we'll go from there. But hey, I thank you all for coming to check it out. Wanted to make sure I got you guys this update and let you know that you know the phone is in the house, and you know I'm going to be back with you to give you some more reviews, so that way you guys can you know make a decision based on you know my experience, and hopefully you have even better experience. All right, y'all take care. Make sure you comment and subscribe as well. Let me know, what do you think? Do you want a phone that's that thin, or you know, especially I didn't even talk about the phone price is like $2,000. I would probably never pay full price for the phone. I would always trade something in because I'd rather have that deep discount. And I mean, honestly, dang, I can't even say that. I think, honestly, I'm the type of person I like to try out like the unique phones and different things that are within the US market. I like to have a phone that actually works in the market that I'm in. That's why I haven't tried Oppo and some of the other ones and all the different brands. I'm pretty sure those are awesome phones, but I want to have something that I can actually have that's going to work in the States and it's not going to be compromised. So, but yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm gonna get back with y'all. But yeah, comment, you know, what are you thinking about? Are you looking into the phone? Is foldable something that's in your future? You know, I heard Apple's supposed to be coming out with a foldable within like the next year, possibly. You know, is that something or a lane that you probably want to go down? You have any questions about, you know, my experience or whatever that I may not have shared? You know, definitely ask your questions and, you know what I'm saying, share what's the next phone that you're looking into that you're excited about. I look forward to hearing from you, and make sure you subscribe. All right, y'all take care. Bye.